Hi guys, welcome back to the Sweaty Potato RC channel, home of the fastest Redcat Rampage XT on YouTube. So yeah, today's going to be another technical video. The weather's just been crappier than all get out, and it's been really cold. In fact, like the last 3 days, this is the first day above 20 degrees. So the last 3 days have been just so cold, and all that stuff, so the videos that I have, ahead of us in store for us, of course, when the weather gets nice, is I'm gonna be flipping the gears in this, and then seeing how fast this thing is again with the gears flipped. The first and second gear, I still haven't flipped them, and then we still have to run this baby in. I'm wanting to run this thing in. I don't know. As soon as the weather gets nice, I'm really wanting to run this in because it's got that new 32cc roving on it, and it's brand new, guys. It hasn't ever been started, so yeah, I'd like to run that thing in, and I got my little notebook here so I can remind myself of what I wanted to talk about. Okay, and then another thing I wanted to talk about is I got this new heater, and I got it used pretty cheap. It was like I paid $75 for it, and it's a 23,800 BTU kerosene heater. And what I did was I brought it home and I lit it, and it wasn't putting out any heat, and it was stinking real bad. So I looked at the wick, and what I did was I replaced the wick in it, and for $75 I got a real nice kerosene heater. And then I used that one in conjunction on the real cold days, and I can get the garage, up to temp. For me, I think 50 degrees is pretty comfortable when it's, colder than crap outside in the 20s or whatever. So I'll show you guys right there, 50 degrees with just that running. All right, and then the next thing I wanted to go over was the Redcat 30cc. I've been doing some porting and polishing on it, and I was going to give you guys a close-up on my progress and what I've done to it. And basically what I'm going to do is this half of the case is done. I'm just going to mirror this, the other half, and make it look exactly the same, but I port matched it, and I also polished it. So I'm really excited to see what's going on there. Here, I'll get you guys some closer views. All right, so there she is, and that's what I've done. I ported it, and what I did as far as porting, when I say that, guys, that was my flashlight falling over. And what I mean by porting it, doing that, what I mean by that is what I'm doing is port matching, and with this case lined up like that, basically I want all the air to flow smoothly. So where this edge right here, meets this edge, this flange, it's got to be smooth, and there can't be any ledges. And before I dremeled this, you can see this side, how much was taken out compared to this side. And I did do a little bit of work up in here around these. I just kind of smoothed it out, and then what I did was I polished the whole thing. And this is shiny just for the simple fact it's got oil on it. But let me see if I can get a close up on it. You can tell the difference, and that I think it's going to make a difference. Just being smooth and stuff, it's going to allow the air to flow over it because a lot better, because this stuff is just rough and everything. But no, I wanted to give everybody an update on how my port and polish gig is going. All right, and then the next thing I wanted to go over with you guys is my plans for assembly. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to scrape off this old gasket, and this is just going to be an experimental engine because I've never tried this before, and this is my experimental engine. So I'm going to put it all together with flange sealant. I've done the measurements on the crankshaft and the case, and between the bearings and the races, and everything's there's plenty of clearance, so I can put it together without a gasket. And so I'm just gonna scrape this off and put it, put it together like that, without a gasket, and just flange seal it. And then that's what I'm also gonna do up here. And then what I decided to do is, since I've ported this and I don't know how it's gonna react, what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna go ahead and use the old head. The engine ran when I took it apart. So, it should run when I put it back together. And then, I'm just going to put it back together, and I won't be using a head gasket, and I'll be using flange sealant on this as well. And then I'll just put it back together, and I'm not even going to replace the ring, guys. I'm not even replacing the ring on the piston. And the reason I'm not replacing anything is because this experimental deal, I don't want to have any money into it. Even though these rings are like cheaper than crap, and you still have to pay for shipping and everything, but even though they're real cheap and everything, I'm not going to be doing that, guys. I'm just not going to be putting a new ring on a engine that I'm going to be putting back together that I don't even know how it's going to run. So. Alright guys, so that's kind of what I wanted to do for today's video. I just wanted to give an update on my port and polishing for the Redcat 30cc engine, and what I was doing there, and kind of let everybody know that the weather's really crappy around here, and it's cold, and there's no way I can drive my RC cars, and I'm not going to out in this coldness. So I just wanted to let everybody know what was going on and kind of give everybody an update. If you like today's video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and if you like what you see, hit the subscribe button. And while you're up there by the subscribe button, there's a little bell notification. Hit that one too, and it'll let you know whenever I upload a video. And if there's something on your mind, guys, make sure you leave a comment in the comments section. Until then, we'll see you guys in the next one.